Hey, everybody. It is your girl, Topaz Peoples, aka Topi Speaks, at Topi Speaks and Topaz Speaks on all social media platforms. And my email to contact me is topispeaks@gmail.com. And today we are going to be talking about true self love is being 100% free. Now, I don't know about you, but this past year, I have embarked on this self love journey. And on that journey was where I learned more about being free and walking in a place of freedom and that whole array. So we are going to talk about that today. I'm going to teach you all some things today on that in regards to that. And we're going to have a great time today. So speaking of the word self-love, if we were to define what love is, that is a word that we say, we hear. It's just a worldwide word that shows an intense feeling of deep affection, right? So we love our spouses, we love our kids, we love our families, we love each other, right? But how many people truly love their self? Now, I know you probably like, Topaz, what are you talking about? But there are so many people who give out so much love. We give love. We love the people around us. We love our careers, our job, whatever the case may be that we love. But we don't love ourselves on the same level to the same capacity. And so as I began to embark on this journey and learn more about self-love, I'm like, well, we already know that love is an intense feeling of affection, right? So when it comes to that dynamic of self-love, right? That is when you focus on your own well-being and happiness, right? It's the state of appreciation for yourself that grows from your actions that support your mental, your physical, your spiritual, and your emotional well-being, right? So it's that dynamic of, again, an intense feeling of deep affection. So we take this intense feeling of deep affection and we apply it to ourselves, right? We apply that to ourselves. Like, you know what? I choose to be happy. I choose this dynamic of loving myself. I'm going to take care of my own needs and stop sacrificing my own needs to please other people. Because that's what happens. We have to make sure that everyone else around us is good. We have to make sure that the kids are good, our spouses are good, our family is good. We love, we give love, and that's all fine. That's great. But when we forget to love ourselves, this is when things such as depression happen, stress happens, anger, bitterness, hate, all of those toxic things that come along with not properly loving ourselves, because we get in a place and a position to where I done gave out all this love. I done gave all of this out, but I forgot. I pour all of my love out, but forgot to pour it back into myself. Now there's that dynamic of self-sabotage. That guilty feeling. There's that feeling of all of these bad things, the negative things we pour into ourselves because we felt bad because, oh, I gave this person all of my virtue, but I forgot to give myself back. So self-love is just that. It's putting yourself first, right? It's learning how to put yourself first. It's that dynamic of I love me. But we're really going to dive into this self-love dynamic. Now, you may say, Topaz, how can I love myself? Or how can someone love their self? However it goes. The first part, and I hope you have pen and paper because we're gonna break this down. The first part is understanding who you are, your identity. Ask yourself, who am I? Or I may say, who are you, right? You have to know yourself. And I mean, that means everything about yourself, knowing your likes, your dislikes, truly knowing yourself, knowing what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what upsets you, all of that. It's really embracing and walking into your authentic self on a deeper level, right? It's that level of, okay, I'm going to learn to love myself by knowing who I am. And that is something that may seem cliche, but when you truly tap into knowing who you are, it ain't always peaches and cream. That road can get very ugly, okay? It definitely can get ugly. It can get challenging, all of the above. I know for me, it's the dynamic of, man, I done been through good. I done been through the bad. I done been through the ugly. But I love myself more now than to let you talk to me like that. I love myself more now than to let you treat me like that. I love Topaz. And you have to do the same thing. You have to know who you are. You have to know what you like, what you don't like, what you're going to deal with, what you're not going to deal with. And then you set those boundaries. No, you're not going to talk to me like that. No longer will I allow you to talk to me like that. No longer will I allow you to treat me like that. No longer will I allow you to do these things. Why? Because I love myself, right? I'm in the place of where I had to get my mental together, because everything starts in the mind. And once you make up in your mind that I'm going to love myself a little more, that goes to, I know who I am. I know myself. I love myself enough to not let you or anyone else treat me any kind of way. You may have did that in the past when I did not love myself, but now this person that I am today, I love me, right? And I refuse to let you or anyone else improperly love me, right? So it is that dynamic of, this is how you begin to love yourself, is knowing who you are, knowing your likes, your dislikes. And this is really good. Walking in a place of healing. Yes, I was hurt. Yes, I allowed these things to happen, but now I want to heal. Now I'm in this process of healing, of learning how to heal. And then I forgive myself. I forgive myself for allowing that to happen, right? All of that is part of the healing process. All of that is what you're going to learn on this self-love journey, right? It is a beautiful thing. And so with that, some other ways of you being able to love yourself is avoiding the negative self-talk. I took a pause because I know that's a lot to take in. You have to avoid the negative self-talk, the self-sabotage. So negative self-talk is, you may look in the mirror, look at yourself and say something bad about yourself. Or it's that part of you where it's like you just said something toxic about yourself. No, look in the mirror. You got this. You can do this. I love me. I love me enough to the point no longer will I say I can't do it, or I'm not worthy enough, or I'm not adequate enough, right? It's really like, I got this. I could do this. You know what? This ain't that bad. You look yourself in that mirror and you say, hey, queen, hey, king, I got this. I love myself enough to, hey, we gonna knock whatever comes to us out, because you love yourself to that capacity. That's the how, is avoiding the negative self-talk, right? Learning how to heal, doing the things that make you happy, whatever that may look like. That could be reading a book. That could be sitting outside in nature. That could be traveling. That could be eating one of your favorite foods, watching a movie, taking a bath, whatever it is. These are the things that you must do to embrace this self-love journey. These are the things that you must do to love yourself. But that also comes with knowing who you are. That goes back to the first thing we talked about, that identity factor, knowing who you are, knowing what you like, right? You know, that part. So then if we really dive a little deeper, you have to create a daily self-care and self-love regimen. Now you're going to say, Topaz, what? What is that? Right? So we already talked about love, what self-love is, but to enhance that, you create a self-love and self-care regimen. We already talked about eliminating the negative self-talk, right? So then you begin to connect with your inner you, and the only way you can do that is by putting yourself on a self-care and self-love regimen, right? So for me, what I do is I meditate every day. So I get up between 3 and 3:30 every single day because it's quiet, it's still, everything is quiet. It's nothing is moving. And I meditate, I pray, I get in a quiet place. I get in this place of, you know what? I'm going to meditate. I'm going to get my mind right. Remember we talked about the mind in the beginning? I'm going to get my mind right. I got to get in this place of complete solitude, right? Because I'm going to seize my day if I meditate. And then after I begin to meditate and pray and get my mindset, my mind, my body, and my spirit all in alignment, then I begin to journal. I write down those things, whatever it is, whether it's good, bad, whatever. I write down those things that are bothering me. I write down those things that may make me feel some kind of way. I write those things down to where it's like, hey, now I'm free. You know, now I feel better. I done eliminated the toxicity. I done got rid of whatever was on my mind from the night before I wrote it down. Right? I've walked in this place of healing, right? Now this self-care regimen, I've learned to take out time for me. You know what I mean? For some people, that may be balancing work and life. You know what I mean? That may be getting in a quiet place. Whatever the case may be, get yourself on a true self-care and self-love regimen. That may be getting a massage once a month, going to the spa. You know what I mean? Changing your diet, exercising, whatever it is that you must do to get in that place. These are all the things that you do to love yourself. The same way we give that deep affection and intense feeling of love to other people and to our kids and to our job and to everything around us but ourselves, we have to take out time to give ourselves that same love, that same care. We have to do all of that, right? And so once you eliminate the toxic and negative things out of your life, once you begin to put yourself first at all costs, then you begin to be free, right? That freedom aspect and component is the biggest thing, because it's like, now I understand what love is. Now I put myself first. Now I understand what it's like to truly love myself. And I put myself on a regimen. Now I want to be free. And when we think of the word freedom, or what free means, if we were to define the word freedom, it's the power or the right to act, to speak, or think as one wants without hindrance or restraint. So if we were to think about somebody that was in jail, they're not free. Their freedom was taken from them from an action or from something that they did to get themselves in a place where they're being restrained. Now, how many times do we put ourselves in our own jail, in our own pen? How? By negative self-talk, by not loving ourselves enough, by letting the stresses and the pressures of life and letting these things in this life put us in the pen, right? So when you begin to truly love yourself, you like, look, I need to be free. No longer am I going to negative self-talk myself. No longer am I going to keep doing these things. No longer am I going to not heal. Now I'm healed. You know what I mean? Now I'm free, right? And so it comes from changing how you think. It comes from having a free mindset, a free spirit, free physically. I'm working out. I'm doing the right things. I'm doing these things that help me to become free because I love myself on a whole new level and a whole new capacity. So I, Topi Speaks, broke this word free down. F is fully rejuvenated, evolving, and excelling. So as I was in my prayer meditation time, as I thought about this word free, as I thought about my journey, as I thought about this journey, when I wasn't in a free place, when I became free in my mind, when I became free in my spirit, when I became free in my body, I said, now I'm able to come and empower and inspire the next person because I am fully rejuvenated. What does that mean? Rejuvenated means it's something new. I'm rejuvenated. I took out that time to love myself. I took out that time to take care of myself. Now I'm fully rejuvenated. I'm refreshed. I feel like a new person. I am a new person because I let the old me go. I let that old me die. I let those things die. And now I'm rejuvenated and I'm refreshed to the point to where I'm evolving. Because as you become free, as you love yourself, and as you do all of those things we talked about, you become free. Now fully rejuvenated, now evolved into this new person. I evolved into this new dynamic. I'm doing new things in my life. I let the old things go away, right? I'm reminded of the scripture, behold, the old things that are old, the new things that become new, right? So I let the old Topaz die. And now this new woman, I love myself enough to where you're not going to talk to me like that. You're not going to treat me like that. I walk in a confidence. I walk in a place that I've never walked in before. Why? All because I took the initiative to love myself, to say, hey, you got this, right? And then after you evolve into this new person, you excel, right? That means you accelerate. You boom, I got this. I got to go, right? You excel to the next level. You elevate to the next level because I am now free. So if we were to sum all of this up, when you truly love yourself, that's walking in your authentic self. That's embracing who you really are. Because I love myself, now I'm able to be free. You see how the two of those correlated? I love myself, now I'm free. What does that mean? I know who I am. I know what I like and what I don't like. I know how to take care of myself. I know how to love myself. I know how to show other people how to love themselves. I know how to show other people to take care of themselves. Why? Because I'm no longer sacrificing my own happiness and well-being to please other people. I'm no longer a people pleaser because I am now free, which is fully rejuvenated, evolving, and excelling. And this is how you could take that dynamic of true self-love as being 100% free, right? So when you think about self-love, when you think about love, and when you think about freedom, I hope that you can take what I just taught you to walk in a place of being free, to get in that free place, free in your mind, free in your body, free in your spirit, knowing who you are, knowing yourself enough to know I love myself to the point to where I'm going to take care of me and I'm going to truly put me first. Because it's in that to where you have a confidence, you have a boldness, you have a new you have a dynamic that you never had before. And you love yourself on a whole new level, on a whole new, just everything is just a newness because I done elevated and accelerated to a level where I love me. And that's it. So this is how truly loving yourself allows you to be 100% free. I am Topi Speaks. I thank you for your time. Again, you can reach me on all social media platforms at Topi Speaks. and at Topaz Speaks. Thank you. Have a beautiful day and blessings to you.